Hello and welcome to Dark Souls 3. I'm going to start a new game here and jump right into things.
Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep, Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Okay, so time to create a new character. So what should I name this character? I'm thinking Larry. That's a good name. Gender male, age young, class knight. Okay, that's it. Finalized creation. Okay. Fantastic. So I think I'm going to make this character a dexterity character. So I'm going to be using dexterity-based weapons. Who would have thought? I know my strength-based character turned out really well. It was pretty overpowered, actually. Mainly because of the heavy gem. You can infuse weapons to strength, to a scale with strength. I don't know if there is a dexterity gem equivalent. I think it's either the sharp or the refined gem, I can't remember. Okay. So it's time for Larry to explore the Cemetery of Ash. This shouldn't be a problem for Larry. He's a buff dude with good upper body strength. He should be able to handle this no problem. So I'm just going to quickly run through this and pick up all the items. Kill these disgusting hollows. Take their souls so that I can level up later. Watch out for this crossbow guy right here. These guys are super annoying, and they're all over the entire game. Okay, gonna head over here, kill the crystal lizard. Take his Titanite scale, his souls. Take the item that's back here. This guy's not too hard. I like how, as I say that, I get hit by the sort of frost breath he does. I've never even been hit by that before. Alright, gonna try and hit the parry. Didn't get it in time. It's annoying as hell. Okay, try again. There we go. Does pretty good damage. And there we go, he's done. Not too shabby. I think that's it for the items in this area, so time to hit the bonfire and then continue on to the tutorial boss. I don't know what weapon I'm going to use in this playthrough. I'll probably start with the Uchi Katana, because that's a good dexterity weapon you can get very early on. But I don't know what my main weapon will be. I might go for the Chaos Blade, but that comes way later in the game. Who knows? I'll have to look at different weapons and see what their scaling are. God damn it. I tried to dodge, but for some reason it didn't do it. I think my analog stick on this controller is slightly messed up. Sometimes I have a hard time moving forward. Alright, so a good way to deal with this guy is to either parry him when he attacks or kick the shield away. Or you can just do that. Same thing. Firebomb's going to be equipping those. There's a reason they give you 5 firebombs in this starting area. It's to help you with the boss. What is this? Titanite shard. Cool. Alright. Time to say hello to Gundyr. This guy is pretty badass. You can get some free damage right here if you just hit him before he gets all the way up. might not use the firebomb for this. There's an easy way to fight this if you just stand behind him and you dodge the attack when he just jumps straight in the air and turns around. It's pretty easy. Yeah, there we go. Didn't even have to use the firebombs. Okay, time to head on over to Firelink Shrine. Well, first I have to take on the Master. Now, if you thought Gundyr was a problem, the Master is on a completely different level because, I mean, come on, he's the Master. And you don't mess with the Master. I don't know how many times I've underestimated the Master and gotten punished for it. But I do need to kill him, because he does drop the Uchigatana, which is what I'm going for right now. So I just need to wreck all of these horrors. These crossbow guys, like, why are these a thing? And why do they all have fire bolts? Where are they getting those from? Okay, it should be over here. So going to kill these two guys. I don't think they aggro unless you pick up the item in the tree. But I'm not going to take a chance. East-west shield. Complete garbage. Don't ever use that shield. Okay, so here's the Master. You really want to... You want to be careful with this guy. He can end your life in an instant. All you have to do is you just get a couple attacks in, 2 or 3 attacks, and then you back the hell out. You might want to bait an attack sometimes, just to make sure you don't run into one. Because sometimes he can predict when you're going to go for an attack, and he'll swing. Alright. Going to use an Estus. Just to be safe. You also want to watch out for a parry. I believe this guy can parry you. So you don't want to spam attacks too much. And there we go. Uchigatana. Can't wield it yet, though. I need to get 16 dexterity. I'm dying. Okay. I believe there's a homeward bone over here. Yep. And then somewhere down here is maybe an ember. Yep. And then there's this dog. An annoying-ass dog enemy. Dog enemies have been in every Dark Souls game. Well, just every Souls game in general. And in every single one of them, they are extremely annoying. Okay, so here is Firelink Shrine. Let's talk to the Firekeeper first, before I put down the coiled sword.
Welcome to the bonfire, unkindled one. I'm a Firekeeper. I tend to the flame and tend to thee. The lords have left their thrones, and must be delivered to them. To this end I am at thy side. Ashen One, to be unkindled is to be a vessel for souls. Sovereignless souls will become thy strength. I will show thee how. Ashen One, bring me souls plucked from their vessels.
So that's all she has to say. And that's all she will say throughout the entire game. Until you get, I think it's 2 specific items that unlock more dialogue. So I'm going to go for 16 dexterity here, and the rest is going to go into vigor. In this game, leveling up your hit points is extremely important if you don't want to get one shot by like every enemy in the game.
May the flames guide thee.
I think you need... If you don't want to get one shot by most enemies, you probably want to go to at least 20. When you hit 20, that'll give you at least 2 hits to survive. Okay, I can't remember who this guy is, but let's talk to him.
Ah, another one roused from the sleep of death. Well, you're not alone. We unkindled are worthless. Can't even die right. Gives me conniptions. And they'd have us seek the Lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. But we're talking true legends, with the metal to link the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots. Don't you think? What a sick joke. Asking us to talk.
So that was Mr. Positivity. I know he has his own quest line. I'm not really sure how to do it. I think you just talk to him whenever you can. Okay, so this is Ludlith the Exiled, and a very important NPC.
O thou unkindled, and a seeker of lords. I am Ludlith of Corland. Look not in bewilderment as I say. I linked the fire long ago, becoming the Lord of Cinder. If substantiation be thy want, set thine eyes upon my charred corpse. This sad cadaver, no need to be coy. Have a closer look. Knowest thou of our purpose? 5 thrones will take 5 lords as kindling for the linking of the fire. The fast-fading flame must be licked to preserve this world. A reenactment of the first linking of the fire. So it is, I became a lord of Cinder. I may be but small, but I will die a Colossus. Knowest thou of our purpose? Father Aerie, so
Okay.
I may... Now.
So that's Lilith, pretty cool dude. Talks about linking the fire. If you've played Dark Souls 1, you should be familiar with the whole linking the fire thing. Who is this, the handmaid? Alright, let's talk to her.
A pleasure to make thine acquaintance, Ashen One. I am but a humble handmaid of the shrine. Weapons, armor, trinkets, and spells. I've lots of little things to ease the burden of a weary traveler. And yes, I'm undead too, but not so charitable as to give my goods away. Ashen One, fetch souls and bring them to me. As is thy wont? No? Ashen One, If my wares are not to thy satisfaction, bring me umbral ash. With ash, I'll fashion new wares. Is it not our sorry fate to sup on death? Knowest thou of that soppy gossip? That cordial intrusion layeth the path
What
to
the fuck?
embers. And so thou art
I don't
in
know
need
why
of a
she says it like
soapstone,
this.
Ashen one. Then thy pockets will overflow with souls.
She's just
betrayed
telling
to
you
me.
to buy a soapstone. That's all she's saying. And I think I will. I might do some co-op. Who knows? And I don't think I'm going to buy anything else.
Ashen one.
Yep, bring you more souls so that I can buy your shit, whatever. What does this say? Old deer. Alright. So here is Andre the Blacksmith, or Zeus. Same thing.
Well, a newcomer, I see. I am Andre. I serve at the shrine as a humble smith, forging weapons. You're in search of the Lords of Cinder, I trust. A toilsome journey, I'd wager. You'll require good arms. Let me smith you weapons. I am a smith, such is my purpose. Weapons and protection are sturdy enough by and large, but when overused, they'll eventually break. When their durability is low, repair becomes a necessity. Use a powder, or simply rest at a bonfire. But should chance impel them break, bring them me. I'll hammer them back into shape. They take no pleasure in breaking, I assure ye. So handle them with care, if you would. There are two ways to smith weapons. Simple reinforcement is one, and infusion the other. Reinforcement is straightforward. It strengthens a weapon without altering its property. Infusion is a more advanced form of smithing that infuses an element. Reinforcement requires titanite, and infusion requires gems. Bring the stones, and I'll do the smithing. It's my purpose, after all. In battle, your weapons are your only friends. Forge them well, and they won't let you down. Another matter. Infusing weapons with gems requires a special kind of coal. My humble coals won't be any use infusing more unusual gems. I know, it's an awful shame, but it's all I have. Oh, please don't give me that look. Believe it or not, I'm quite thin-skinned. Oh, by the by, if you find any Estus shards, bring them here. They can be used to reinforce either of your Estus flasks. Without those flasks, you'd want for life or focus. And they'll always stay with you. Why not treat them well? Huh? Weapons
Okay,
and
looks like that's all he has to say.
But they take so. Pretty be careful. I don't want to see my work squandered.
Pretty be careful. Alright. He had a lot to say, but out of all the starter NPCs, he has the most important information. I need to equip the Uchikatana here. Okay, so now it's time to start the Dark Souls adventure. And to do that, I need to go to the High Wall of Lothric. Fantastic. Okay, so here I am. In this starting room. Not really sure why you start in this room. But here we are, the High Wall of Lothric. There should be a bonfire down here. Alright. But before I continue on, I'm going to end it here. Because of how long that took to talk to all the NPCs. Who the hell is this? Lord K. I guess that's a player. I'm not going to be doing any co-op. Maybe I'll be randomly invaded at some point since I'm playing online. But anyway, thanks for watching episode 1. So long.